It's Madden NFL 24. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Commanders and the Colts. All that and more. Coming up next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today it is the opener of the 2024 NFL season, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Indianapolis Colts. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason has all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
Just about set for football. The veteran Matt Gay has it teed up, and we are underway now at Lucas Oil Stadium. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So here are the Commanders making their way out. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
Spent the early years of his career bouncing between starter and backup as needed, and played well, but never had a team fully commit to him as their guy. He does retain the toolbox that made him projectable as a starter. Big, strong player with a powerful arm, deceptively mobile and tough to tackle. The best part about his game, leadership and being a great teammate.
And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. 2nd and 5. To throw, Brissett. Slings this deep from McLaurin. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are on the board here first in the season opener. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down. And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
A throw over the middle, taken in. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know some guys that love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Boy, he did everything but hold on into it, but a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
Well, I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Play action. Now Richardson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Jair Brown on the stop there.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll hand off to Hull. And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 29.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now it's Richardson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 15-yard line. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about it.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Evan Hall, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Colts respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
That's a great response here in this 1st quarter. And what I like about it is how they put this drive together. The other guys scored quickly to start the game, but this was smart football to not feel like you have to go out and score quickly yourself. So they worked the ball down the field, took their time, and finished with the touchdown run.
And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Richardson will throw for it. It's complete, and this play is not going to work. He stopped short of the goal line, and this will remain a 7-6 ball game. So what do you think the mindset was there? You can tie it with a PAT here 1st half. Why go for the lead right now?
The old school mindset says if you have a better team, you just go ahead and continue to try and dominate. There's also a school of thought, if you don't think you're quite as good, you have to try and take advantage of opportunities. And finally, I just think this is analytics coming into the game. Someone saying the more you go for 2, the better your chances are of actually getting them.
Brissett on 1st down. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. It was the linebacker, Shaquille Leonard, who applied the heat.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brissett. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
We've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their 1st series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known the points won't come so easy again.
Taking it about the 36. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. 2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Perfect start to the season on their 1st drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. And they'll begin by running the option. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, That's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't hurt too well.
And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 33 yards that time.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Richardson. This pass caught. It's Woods. And he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. On 2nd down, here's Holt. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Again, it's Holt. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
They'll try and run for it, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Brissett. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Samson Abuka in there to bury him for a loss of 11. 3rd and 19. Now Brissett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And it won't count for 6. He's brought down, but inside the 5. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Richardson on the bootleg here. He'll buy some time right. Toward the pylon, caught. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. QB sneak, Richardson. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Anthony Richardson scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Colts have taken the lead.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness reminds me of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. People are starting to realize that 3 for 2 is really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive. I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Fighting through it, he's got space. Still on his feet. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr., 84 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Indy set to go on offense once more. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction? Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
They go play action with Richardson. And that is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now Hull. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
On third down, it's Richardson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
That's a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was the visiting Jaguar.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense? As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
Richardson on 2nd and 10. This is caught. It's Woods. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
2 choke plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. A run here with Hull. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Off play action, Richardson. And he's got Pierce. Touchdown, Colts. Alec Pierce, 28 yards. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Extra point by Davis, up and good. It is now 21-14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. First possession of the second half now for Washington. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try and move that ball down the field for an answering score.
A second down throw for Brissett. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And McLaurin going to pick up a Commander's first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson to about the 40-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. They'll run again here with Robinson. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr. already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 21. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run from Brian Robinson. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Indy offense ready to go once again, and we'll get another look at Alec Pierce. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that, because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way. Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And once again, the Commander defense stout against the run game. They drop him for his second straight play. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. But good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guy.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. They'll go for it. Here's Richardson. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man, complete. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
I tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Richardson looking to throw. His throw incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Batted at the line, but he still brought it in. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
But when we see the ball tipped in the air, sometimes we get a little roll change, don't we? Because when it's in the air, sometimes the defensive back becomes the receiver. And in this case, the receiver looked like a defensive back, but ended up a receiver.
He caught it as a receiver. Hey, it worked out.
Worked out really well for them. But I'm telling you, the defensive guys.
And a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Now a 2nd and 10. And Richardson looks to throw once more. Escaping the pressure right. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Colts have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. And he's brought down. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson, the Commander offense. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now to bring him back to the backfield, I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Commanders in possession of the football, but they trail as we start this 4th quarter. On 3rd down, Brissett. He's going deep for Brown. Toward the sideline, intercepted. And the Colts will take over here just shy of the 30. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his 2nd one.
They'll start with the option. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down about the before he gets into enemy territory. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. Richardson to throw off play action. And this one complete to Doolin. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Delay of game, offense.
Everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
And they run the option on second down. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, and he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Ashton Doolin from 13 yards out. And the Colts are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Commanders' offense returning to the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's Brissett.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
The offense on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Still going inside the 20. And he will be taken down, but it's a big play and a conversion for Washington on 4th down. To throw, Brissett. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Second down, Brissett. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. Back in the end zone. Can he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
It's got to have it time. 4th and 9. Brissett. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to take over with a football. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance, it just was unsuccessful.
That one looks like he'll throw here. A throw on the money there to Doolin. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Play action. Now Richardson. Pass complete downfield. It's Pierce. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Richardson off the play fake. Sliding out of the pocket. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Richardson. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So illegal touching, Charles. If you set foot out of bounds as a receiver, you can't be the first to touch it.
You nailed it on that one. You've got to be mindful of the sideline.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now they'll run with Hole. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
Going for it on 4th, Richardson. Flush to his right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. This is 1st and 10. Here's Brissett.
practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Now Brissett. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Dayo Odeyingbo in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most